because Kendall McIntosh likely will be on the bench tomorrow night for the Timbers because of course, injury to Jake Gleason over the weekend. Max Oren still making his first ever start at right back at any level, but you see strength in the midfield with Barmby, Bill Tuiloma making his another appearance for T2 and William Bijev.
Yeah, Tuiloma will sit while Barmby and Bijev, so far this year, 7 goals. They'll be looking to press on, looking to join in with Mohamed, Cicerone, and Augustine Williams. The hold-up play for him. You need to get him scoring goals. You need to get goals in this Timbers 2 team because it's been rather scarce so far this season.
Starting 11 for Ezra Hendrickson and Seattle Sounders 2, a former Portland Timber. Charles Rankin getting the start up top. He was here in 2012. A mix of young and old, 15-year-old Christian Kuntz starting at left back.
Yeah, and you look at Zach Mathers. He's been the main feature so far this year. 9 goals for this guy. He's been the main threat, but also Felix Chenkum up front, the guy looking to stretch, looking to run in behind. So talk about development. Plenty of players here, young players looking to impress tonight for Brian Schmetzer.
I should say a mix of young and younger. Both these teams tonight, we see the future of these two organizations. Jack Barmby leading Portland Timbers 2 against their rivals Seattle Sounders 2. Portland in their primary kits, all green. Seattle in their secondary whites. Sounders entering this match on 26 points, 3 from the red line. The Timbers on 9 points, and we're underway, T2 and S2 on this Thursday night. Seattle Sounders 2 had a 6-match losing streak snapped last week. A 3-0 win over another Cascadia rival, Vancouver. Trying to make it 2 in a row as they push for the playoffs. Might be an early chance for Augustine Williams. Couldn't connect with Russell Cicerone.
Tell you what, great start for the Timbers 2. Putting a Seattle Sounders 2 under duress right away. 1-touch passing right off the start of kickoff. That's a good sign.
Here's Bill Tuiloma, 3rd straight appearance for T2. Signed to the first team in July. He'll play essentially as a single pivot with Jack Barmby, William Bijev in front of him. Nobody making the run for him there.
To say though, good start. First minute, right off the kickoff. You're trying to put Seattle Sounders 2 back on their heels, and from there, the Timbers gained possession. It was all 1-touch passing, about 4 or 5 1-touch passes bouncing off one another to keep the Sounders pinned in.
On high pressure from T2. Tyler Miller will run it down. He's in a precarious spot. Doesn't get it clear. He's out of his goal. Bijev towards Mohamed. Miller recovers. Mohamed goes wide to Bjornathan. Bjornathan sent in, headed away by Seattle.
Good run by Bjornathan, but you have to miss the first man. He's getting in a good situation. Runners getting in the box. Got to make sure you get enough lift on the ball.
Max Orenstill, he's starting at right back today. We're told this is the first time he's ever played right back in his career. Has 6 starts at center back for T2. More recently, started a couple games at central defensive midfield. Bijev tried to get it over to Williams. It's broken up by Callum Malice.
I'm interested to see how Malice does for the Seattle Sounders. Obviously brought in to be a part of the first team. A regular spot, we see Alonso, we see Roldan playing, Svensson, just in that holding area, but he's had a good career with Montreal, just a solid player. You know what you're gonna get from him. He's gonna put in his tackles, he's gonna win his aerial duels, and he's gonna give you that simple possession.
80 games, 51 starts for the Montreal Impact over the past 6 seasons before being traded a week ago on August 10th for a 2019 4th-round pick to Seattle. As Ross mentioned top of this broadcast, he's pretty much expendable by the Impact.
Yeah, once Samuel Piette came in, and all of a sudden he was a surplus to requirements, and that's why he got moved out. But I'm interested just to see his older head, his experience, what he does to influence this game. Same with the Timbers, with Jack Barmby, Tuiloma. How does he influence the game with his experience?
Here's a former Portland Timber, Charles Rankin. Looking for Ray Sari in the box, goes all the way through. Henry Wingo will run it down.
Good ball, great ball from Rankin. Right across the face, he needs a runner. You can just see he wants to get 1v1. Just squares up, a little bit of a step over, and that's it. Ball goes in. Players should be getting on the end of it.
Charles Rankin, 1 goal, 1 assist this season, was with the Timbers in 2012, only played in the reserve league, not MLS. He's still just 23 years old. U.S. soccer fans will remember the hype that Charles Rankin had kind of put on him at a very young age. Fortunately, a couple knee injuries kind of derailed his career. His T2 flagged for offside. He's bounced around the USL the past few seasons, though. This is now his 4th year in the league. Last 2 with St. Louis FC. In 2014, he was with Arizona United. Williams is chopped down by Sam Rogers.
Well, he's put himself about early on, Williams. Rogers, he just caught him late. Referee wants a word. Just as the ball's forced back, you can see Rogers, he's late. He sticks a foot in, he is going for the ball, but he catches the better part of Williams.
Michael Radchuk, the referee, having a discussion with the young center back Sam Rogers, 18 years old. Signed to an S2 contract on June 13th. Passed up an opportunity at signed with Villanova University, but decided to start his pro career. Very promising young center back in the Seattle organization.
Good switch of play, but Bjornathan, it needs to be quicker. Look at that first minute from T2, just how they're popping that ball around. That's the speed of play that you need.
Here's Jack Barmby. First time on the ball in a advanced position, and he wins the first corner kick of the match for T2.
Right away, the Towers start heading forward. Batista, Clark. I think the height of those guys, you got to hit your areas with the runs, with the ball.
And it is a good ball in, but Williams, rather, couldn't threaten with the header. It's cleared by Seattle only as far as Barmby. Does well to get around Mathers. Then too heavy, putting it around Denzo Ulisi.
Plenty of pace from Ulisi. You could see Barmby just knocking it one way, trying to go the other, but Ulisi read it all the way. He's got plenty of speed in him, the right-sided player.
Tyler Miller getting the starting goal for Sounders too. His 15th appearance this season at the USL level. Split time with Brian Meredith down here. Filled in for Stefan Fry for the first team on July 19th in that wild and historic 4-3 comeback win over DC United at CenturyLink Field. He will be known as the man in goal for the only 3-goal comeback win in MLS history. Early ball in from Bjornathan, cleared by Seattle. Bijev draws a foul.
Good stuff though, Bijev. Just got the ball off the center back, Batista turned out a half turn, nice and sharp into Bjornathan. Just wonder when the ball came back into Bijev if he was thinking, can I take a pop, can I take a hit? Thought about that before his touch.
He likes it outside of the box against Seattle, has scored a couple great goals against Sounders too in his career, including the lone goal that T2 has scored this season against S2. It was on April 2nd at Starfire. This is the 3rd meeting between these two teams this season. Seattle won the first 2. Both up by 5 in Tukwila. It's the only one here at Providence Park this season. It'll be Bill Tuiloma over it. I think he probably wants to put this on goal.
It's a good distance.
It is Tuiloma. He got it over the wall, but Miller was positioned well. And it was right in his belly in the end.
Use a technique, call it a modern day technique. You often see players, the way that ball can knuckle, the way they come straight onto it, and they hope to get as much crazy movement as they can to make it tricky on the keeper.
Good touch there from Barmby. Now whipping it in, he's looking for Bijev. Last gasp header by Ulisi, still not clear. It's Bijev, his shot was blocked by Rogers.
What a block that was. Great block from Rogers.
Now Mohamed, one-on-one with Ulisi. Broken up momentarily, Mohamed gets it back. Bjornathan, sent in, Bijev! Great save, Miller, keeping T2 off the scoreboard. Oh, Miller didn't get a touch, says the referee, Michael Radchik. That's off the post then from Bijev.
Well, it did look initially that Miller got a touch. It's a good ball in. Bjornathan just gets that ball across before it goes over the end line, but you can see quite rightly the referee, it's gone off the post. Bijev gets himself in a good position, but he just can't get his foot wrapped around the ball enough, but it's a great start. Plenty of purpose, plenty of intent from Timbers 2 to start this match.
And Miller did not make the save. It did come off the post. And Miller sends the goal kick straight out into touch. T2 has been asking Tyler Miller to hit those goal kicks long. He doesn't want to. And maybe you see why right there. Mohamed flick over to Williams. T2 playing with confidence in the first 10 minutes. Seattle can't get on the ball.
Well, T2, they do well with their passing in the league. They're 9th in the league in terms of passing, and so they're confident on the ball. They stroke it. Where they have lacked is obviously the results, but goals. Only 18 goals so far this year, so everything is great up until that final third.
When you look at, as you mentioned, Ross, kind of like the deep stats, the passing accuracy, the number of passes, the possession, it doesn't look like a team that would be 2-17-3.
Yeah. You do have to look at it with the passing. Where are those passes? Are they
right
in threatening areas? Of course, there's so much you can break apart from possession, but you chat with Andrew Greger, and what's important, we talk about that development, but making sure that the style is a mirror image of the first team. It's a style that it's in conjunction with the first team manager.
Oh, Cicerone jumps on it. Cicerone is in right at Miller, who makes the save. T2 keeps pressing, but unable to get it past Tyler Miller.
That's a big, big chance, and Cicerone should be scoring. He's had just a little bit of distance between the goalkeeper and the post, just near side. You can see as Williams does well to fight, but Cicerone gets on the end of it, and just there, he's got between the keeper and the post at his beckoning call, but he hits it straight at the goaltender.
Two great chances for Portland Timbers 2 within the first 11 minutes of this match. William Bijev putting it off the post. And right there, Russell Cicerone. A chance he'll probably want back for his second career goal. Horn still towards Williams. Flag stays down. Rogers gets a touch. But it's another corner kick coming up for T2.
And Williams gives an applause to Ornstill. Clever ball, clever run. Obviously, Williams understanding what Ornstill's capable of with the ball at his feet, and that's important. When you're making your runs, you got to understand and appreciate the person on the ball and what they're capable of.
Barmby over the corner. Oh, Miller came to get it. And Williams will be called for a foul.
It's a strange one. I don't see an awful lot wrong with this. Williams, he has his area. He's allowed, he's entitled to his spot on the pitch. And he's just stood right in front of Miller. Horrible for a goalkeeper to deal with. But Miller, just on your screen, is he given maybe a bit too much? Maybe he's come away from his area. Fair enough to the referee then. Just thought initially, though, he held his ground.
Seattle Sounders, too, hasn't seen much of the ball beginning of this match. Maybe a chance here to build something in the attack. It's Henry Wingo. Wide to Christian Kuntz, the 15-year-old left back. He'll turn 16 in November, making his 7th start for Sounders, too, a member of the academy. His 6th start in 8 matches. Mathers, good touch over to Chankum. Malice goes wide to Ulissi. By far the best sustained bit of possession from S2 today. Malice looking for Mathers. It got to Mathers over Clark, but he couldn't keep the header down.
It was a great ball. And Clark is asking for players to step to Malice to put pressure on. That's a lovely ball just in behind the head into Mathers, who leaps well. Leaps above Clark, who is backpedaling. It's a difficult header for Clark to try and win. It's one he should be flicking on, though. As Mathers, though, can't get above the ball to keep it down.
Renico Clark making his 4th straight start. Went 2 months, really the months of June and July, without seeing the field. 8 games in a row on the bench. Back in now for T2. Him and Lamar Batista, twin towers back there at 6'5" and 6'4".
You got 2 big center backs, as you mentioned, who should be just commanding, bossing the game. Win them in the air, win your tackles, and put a bit of intimidation into those strikers.
You think on attacking set pieces as well, they could be a weapon today. Sam Rogers is 6'3", but his center back partner, Brian Nanasinkum, is 6 feet. The outside backs are 5'8" and 5'9", so it could be a height advantage if T2 gets Batista and Clark in the box for set pieces.
Defensively from the Timbers, it's almost a 4-1, 4-1. Williams pushing on Barmby. He's just marshalling with Malice to see where he goes to make sure he can't get on the ball. Tuiloma, he's just looking after Zach Mathers whenever he's coming off that back line of the Timbers too.
Nanasinkum down the line to Ulissi, into Rankin. Back to Ulissi, he's offside.
Good line. Good defensive line from T2.
Zach Mathers, goals in 3 straight for S2. He's the team's leading scorer, has 9. There's Wade Hamilton. He's been on the bench the last 11 matches, backing up Kendall McIntosh, his first start since May 27th at Tulsa the last time Wade Hamilton got a game for T2. He's stuck behind one of the best keepers in the USL in Kendall McIntosh, and a guy who's been a sure bright spot for this T2 team this season. But McIntosh will be with the first team tomorrow. We saw Jake Gleason leave the Toronto match with an injury, so McIntosh needs to be available for a backup situation for Caleb Porter and the Timbers tomorrow night against the New York Red Bulls.
You can see the wide men for S2. They want to come inside. Wingo and Rankin, they want to make sure they get themselves in, more so Rankin and Wingo just in this situation. Get the fullbacks on, see if they can push on as S2 look to change the point of attack, spray the ball out wide.
Nifty from Cicerone, though Kuntz fights to get it back for S2, and then he brings down Russell Cicerone.
See Kuntz, he's just a little over-eager to get on the end of the ball, try and keep things pressed in. They're both battling for it. Cicerone gets it, just a little clip in behind. It's a definite foul.
Williams whistled for the foul.
Just a bit too much of his shirt. It was good from Williams. He's battling well. He's making it difficult for the center backs to come through and win the ball cleanly.
There's Henry Wingo.
Look at the pace.
They're running at the back line. He got around Orn still. Cicerone back defending, and Wingo whistled for a foul. He's speedy, 21-year-old homegrown.
Ornstill will take note of that. Just seeing that pace and knowing he won't want to be isolated against this man. I also think for Wingo, you've got this pace in your bag, coming inside the pitch at times, not using your assets to the best of its ability. Stay outside. Get yourself 1v1, get yourself on an island, and go at the fullback.
This is his 4th start for Sounders, too. Has made 9 appearances off the bench for the first team. 7 of those were in the first 8 matches of the season. This is a giveaway. Here comes Rankin. Still Rankin. Rankin is in. Hamilton makes the save. Malice trying to follow up. Ray Sorry maybe an opportunity. He goes wide to Wingo. Sorry. Rankin again is in. And this time he puts it wide. Two great chances for the former Timber to score on his return to Providence Park. And Wade Hamilton keeps S2 off the scoreboard.
Two big chances. There's the first one. And Hamilton, he does well to stay on his feet, just to stay big and count on his reaction. The second one here, Rankin just gets on the shoulder of Clark, who goes towards the ball, gets sucked in, and just enough Clark comes back to give a little nudge and force Rankin to go to Hamilton's right. Hamilton again reads it well. Didn't have to make a touch, but his body was there.
Well, the first 10 minutes of this match dominated by T2, who had a couple great chances to open the scoring. But of late, it's been Seattle putting on the pressure, and that was certainly the closest they've came.
It all came about from an awful giveaway. Tuiloma just gave an errant pass right back to S2, right back to Rankin, who went through on his first opportunity.
Here's Rankin again. Tuiloma breaks it up this time. Right to Nana Sinkum, and Mohammed fouls Ulissi.
Yeah, T2 have just lost their way over this last couple minutes.
Ray Sari around Tuiloma. Still Sari from distance. Hamilton goes to his left, makes the save, puts it out for a corner. May have been going wide the whole time.
Yeah, I think he'll be disappointed, at least not to hold on to this ball instead of conceding a free kick, or a corner kick rather. But you can see Sari just gets the strike on. Hamilton wasn't to know whether it'd be going wide for sure, wanted to be safe, but still should be handling.
Corner for Seattle, headed away by Clark, only as far as Sari. Another chance for service from Mathers. He's going to keep it on the ground, bring it into the box. Mathers looking near post, just wide of Wade Hamilton's net.
Yeah, good change of speed from Mathers. Just when he got isolated with Bjornathan, it was almost too easy. You see the left back, he's given way too much space inside for Mathers to come in. But Mathers on his weaker foot, he can't steer that ball towards goal.
Second year that Zach Mathers has been in the Sounders organization. Last year signed to the first team, this year to S2. It has been their leading scorer, 9 goals. This is his 15th start. Now maybe another giveaway. Tuiloma does well to poke it over to where Batista can get it. Chankum chases. Here's Barmby. Can T2 threaten like they did in the first 10 minutes? It's Bjornathan coming inside. Now Barmby. He's going to try it from distance. It's wide. That looked like it had eyes for the back of the net.
Didn't he think so by his reaction? That ball was flying off the foot of Barmby. He did so well to create a space. Just when he comes on the ball, checks his shoulder, sees that there's opportunity to get it on his left peg, and then he hits it with such pace, such velocity. You thought that it was going to test it. You're waiting to see the net bulge because he's hit it so well. It's knuckling, it's moving. And Miller thankfully sees that ball go wide.
Seattle coming the other way. Kuntz to Mathers. Chankum looked like a handball, and it's given. It's opening up a little bit now. Felix Chankum has goals in 2 straight. 5 this season. One of a handful of players in the Sounders organization from Rainbow FC in Cameroon. There's Andrew Gregor, T2's second-year head coach.
Look at that hit from Barmby. He scored one similar for the first team against RSL. Nick Raimondo, who on the night could have done a little bit better, but it was a solid strike from Barmby. It was exact same spot, just going the other way on the other goal.
Certainly a player with that left foot that can threaten from distance, Jack Barmby. He's still just 22 years old.
It's amazing for all his professional experience.
Yeah.
I remember sitting with him on our Timbers in 30 show and saying, you know, if you're this age and you were through this system here, you'd just be coming out of college, you'd be a rookie. Of course, he doesn't think himself a rookie. He's a well-seasoned veteran for all the professional time experience that he's had.
It really does kind of show the difference between just how things work overseas and here for the most part. Bijev, good feet to get around Malice, then get it wide to Barmby. Williams wants it in the middle. He gets it. Brought it down. It was poked away. Ends up with Barmby. Back to Williams. To Ilomo from distance. It's blocked. Right to Mohammed. Now Mohammed waited too long to get that cross off. It's taken away, and maybe Seattle can counter.
That was good stuff. I'll tell you what, Tuiloma has hit that so sweetly, the ball.
Rankin running at Bjornathan. Bjornathan blocks the cross. Rankin trying to get it back. Good battle between those two.
Good pressure.
It goes right to Ulissi. He's got plenty of time for a cross. He floats it in. Hamilton strong off his line to catch.
I'll tell you, some good stuff, both sides. Very positive play. Both sets of players looking to express themselves, looking to get forward, to attack with a purpose.
It's been a good 25 minutes, entertaining. Both teams with very close chances to open the scoring. That's a giveaway from Bijev, not on the same page with Barmby. Rankin will slow it down.
It's mistakes like that, though, that you need to cut out. That can allow you to become undone if you give a silly mistake away where things are going so well. One errant pass, and at that next level, you get punished for it.
Malice into Mathers. Fouled by Ornstill. Former second-round pick, Zach Mathers, out of Duke, 2016 Super Draft.
Former teammate of Jeremy Ebobisse.
Yeah.
Who will be looking to impress, see what opportunities he gets the remainder of the season, but every time he's featured, he's looked good for Caleb Porter.
Yeah, he has. Of course, that Vancouver match, such a standout from him. And maybe with Fernando Adi picking up a knock, still being questionable, maybe we see Jeremy Ebobisse with some more minutes tomorrow night. Came off the bench in Toronto. Had an assist on Timbers' lone goal, Diego Valeri's 50th in a Timbers kit on Saturday. When they saw the schedule come out beginning of this year, Mathers and Ebobisse probably thought they'd be playing against each other in this match, but just the way the season's gone for Jeremy Ebobisse, being with the national teams so much and injuries on the first team, hasn't played much with T2. Good ball from Williams to Cicerone. Cicerone cutting in. Still Cicerone, now Bijev on his left foot. He likes it on his right, and he put that wide.
Well, he did well, Cicerone. It wasn't the proper set for Bijev, but that's the second time now Cicerone has timed his run well coming off of Augustine Williams, and you can see Cicerone, he's ducking and diving, he's shifting away, but Bijev, as you said, Jake, he wanted that set on his right peg. He sets it on his left peg, and Bijev, he just has to stab at the ball.
Seattle doing well to break the T2 pressure. Kuntz, Wingo continues his run, gets it back. Clark coming out to defend. He thought it was clean. He's going into the book, and it's a set piece coming for S2.
Well, look close, Clark, it was steaming in. It was good race for the ball. You can see Clark coming across. Does he get a touch on the ball? I think Wingo gets the first initial touch. I have to say, I think that's all right. It's harsh. It's a tough tackle. But that's what center backs are in the game for. Wingo does get the initial touch, but Clark comes through and he gets a touch following it. That's a good, strong tackle.
It's the 5th yellow card of the season for Renico Clark, who now has some work to do defensively. Promising set piece coming for Seattle as Henry Wingo tries to walk it off. Zach Mathers over it. Wade Hamilton barks out his orders to Jack Barmby and Omar Mohammed in the wall. Mathers serves it in. Bijev, the header clear.
Decent ball by Mathers. With Bijev, he was in a good position.
Wingo. Chance to cross. Good ball. Mathers caught under his feet. Batista is able to recover. And he sends it into space. Williams turns on the Jets. Nobody else down the field for T2. Williams is going to have to wait for his teammates to rush forward.
What a ball that is from Batiste. Just the way he pinged it in to Williams. It was a good clearance, but it was with intent as well. The fact that Williams could sprint up the pitch and get everybody up the pitch as well.
Lamar Batista, number 8 on USL's 20 under 20 list that came out this summer. This is his first appearance since July 1st, since that kind of bizarre and wild sequence down at Orange County SC when he received a red card just about a minute after coming into the match. Served a 3-game suspension, then the last 3 on the bench for T2. Returning to the field today. Williams chopped down, and T2 will have a dangerous set piece.
Well, he's done well, Williams, a couple of times to read the situation. He doesn't go steaming in on the first ball. He can understand the center back needs to clear the ball, so he just sits off. And you can see that's where he wins the second. And then there's just that little clip on the knee, it's high. It's worth a booking.
Christian Kuntz is shown a yellow card. 3rd of the season for the 15-year-old. So yellow cards just a couple minutes apart on both sides produce promising set pieces for both teams. Can T2 take advantage of their chance?
You have to be thinking, with Barmby on the ball, you have to hit your spots. You have to get the timing right. So he'll be looking to put a nice curler right about that penalty spot. It's right in that line, so get yourselves across the keeper's vision, get yourself across the face of goal.
Here goes Barmby. He's looking for the near post. He saw Miller cheating, but it wasn't on frame.
He was cheating. Just wonder whether there's a little wry smile from Barmby there. Wondering if he hit it well enough, he would have caught Miller, because Miller did start to creep, and you can see it was there for him.
It's a good idea from Jack Barmby. Sorry. Wide looking for Wingo. Clark gets there. The switch from Tuiloma wasn't right. He's trying to get it to Mohammed. He mishit it. And Seattle gives it away. Mohammed turning on the Jets. Ulissi missed the tackle. Does well to pick out Barmby. Barmby over to Cicerone. Cicerone blocked by Kuntz.
Yeah, good idea. Barmby, he didn't make his run into the box. He allowed Sounders 2 players to get sucked in, and he just stayed out. Mohammed had good awareness.
Here's Bijev. Mohammed on the left. Mohammed keeps it in play. He's back to Bjornathan. Bjornathan will serve. Nanasinkum, a poor clearance. Bijev on it. Now Barmby. Touch around, sorry. Orange still. Barmby keeps going. Tried to go 1-on-2. Too much, maybe. Orange still gets it back. Orange still in. They want a handball, and it's just on the edge of the box. Ray Sari is protesting, but this will be very dangerous for T2.
He wants some help from the linesman. You can see as Orange still just clips it in. Sorry, he turns his back. That left arm comes out enough. It is a little bit of a wing. Enough that he's making his body bigger that the ref can blow for the free kick. Chance for Barmby again. It's a good angle for him. Shapes up well for a left footer.
This time, I think Miller will be expecting him to try to put it on frame.
Just wonder whether Bijev is having a quiet little word there in Barmby's ear. Just, can you sneak one round the near post?
Barmby, Bijev over it. Barmby looking on goal, and Miller's there. He got it around the wall, but Miller had that space covered and was able to hold on.
Yeah, if you're going to go where the keeper is, you got to hit it with such pace that it's going to cause the keeper problems and hopefully force a rebound, but you can say quite easy pickings for Miller. It's becoming more and more influential, both Bijev and Barmby in this match. They're just finding nice pockets in that 4-3-3 system for the Timbers too, just the way that Barmby and Bijev are combining with one another and finding those areas in front of Tuiloma. From Sounders too, I'd want to see more of Wingo. Want to see what his pace has to offer, getting him on the ball.
He's looked dangerous when he's gotten on the ball on the left wing. Coming down the middle. Rankin has as well. This is Ulissi, the right back. Into Chankum. It's behind him. Clark's clearance right back to Seattle. Good work from Seattle. Clark steps up though to break it up.
Well read. Great read from Clark.
Cicerone looking direct for Williams. Miller off his line. He's got to chest it down. He's way out of his box, but is able to get it to safety.
T2 can just get a switch. See Barmby, he stayed out of it well.
Rogers dealt with that well, getting it down to Sari. Now here's Wingo. Kuntz towards Chankum. Batiste is able to deal with it. Rankin. Kuntz. It's still Christian Kuntz. He gets around Orange still. Orange still got back in time to make it difficult for Kuntz and see it out for a goal kick.
Good play from the first time right back. Ornstill, he saw the run of Kuntz. Ball went behind them. He had to turn a pace to make sure he got on the other end.
15 years old, Christian Kuntz, member of the academy. Making his 7th start for S2. What an experience it must be at that age to be playing in these matches. Both these teams are young. The oldest guy in the field for T2 right now is 24. It's Filian Bijev. There's still a 9-year difference between him and Christian Kuntz.
Year by year with T2 getting younger and younger. This their youngest year yet.
20, just under 21 years old, the average age for T2. .88 to be exact.
You can see it with the energy, can't you, as well? Just buzzing around the park. I was just thinking it's a quite free-flowing game. Quite pleasant on the eye to watch.
Seattle now coming forward. Here's Kuntz. Oh, might get to Wingo. Oh, he lets it on well to Mathers. He'll want that chance back. You can see it on his face.
Yeah, well, Swan, if you're going to open up your body, you got to make sure you open it up enough. Otherwise, you take it with the left peg. If the ball comes across, it's good work from Wingo. He commits a few defenders. And Kuntz, he puts a nice ball that is let go, that is stommied by Wingo, and Mathers steps onto it. You can see the disgust in his own self. He's just looking to pick out that corner. He catches too much of the ball. Hasn't opened up enough.
Well, both teams will look back on the first 40 minutes and feel like they created some good scoring chances, but some that they would love to be able to take again. Here's Sari. Mathers coming forward. Clark broke it up. Mathers would have been running on that left wing. Cicerone flicking it on. Williams, Barmby there as well.
He's got a good length, Williams, doesn't he? Just the way he spreads himself, and he has the hold-up play.
It's a big switch there from him to Bjornathan.
Just thinking, it's a bit like us in this broadcast booth. The amount of space that you take up in here. Must be what the defender for Seattle Sounders too feel like going up against Williams.
Barmby gets it into Cicerone. Cicerone's cross is right to Miller. Are you saying that I have a little bit of diva-ish tendencies with my preparation materials, Ross?
Just meaning more your physical attributes, commanding I was going for.
Couldn't be that. Couldn't be that.
Couldn't be.
One of us was a big, tall, physical center back. The other was a math major. That tells you all you need to know.
It's flown by this first half, though.
It's been entertaining.
It has. You can understand when we chat to coaches with T2, Andrew Gregor, Shannon Murray, Steve Reese, how they feel disappointed that it's not a true reflection of how they've been playing to where they are in the table.
Yeah, it's that 18-goal number. They've struggled to put it in the back of the net. You can see this first half, there's been good stuff and good opportunities. They just haven't been able to take advantage. Cicerone cuts inside. Now Tuiloma around Sari. And he sends it well wide.
Just caught enough of him, sorry. Just as Tuiloma was looking to release the strike, he's come across and just put a little shoulder into him.
You can hear it all through the whole stadium. Andrew Gregor imploring Augustine Williams to get on Callum Malice. They didn't want to let him receive the goal kick.
I tell you what, I almost ran down there and got myself on Callum Malice. I felt a little nervy.
Chankum battling with Batista, and Batista's the one that gets whistled for the foul. Don't even need to be a lip reader with that booming voice. Callum Malice drops in. He wants Augustine Williams to take him. Nice insights into T2's strategy, what they want to do today, especially on goal kicks, well, specifically on goal kicks for S2. But now we see what they can do defensively with this set piece for Seattle. Zach Mathers readies himself over the ball. Michael Radchuk, the referee, getting everybody set. Here we go. A pump fake from Mathers. Now he chips it into the back post, just over the head of Brian Nanasinkum. And the flag was up. Seattle was offside anyway.
Not a bad ball in. But you can see T2 just hold their line. And the runners for S2, they go early. Wasn't to matter that the ball was just over the head at the back stick.
Williams holds off Sari. Bijev back heel to Barmby, who wasn't on the same page, wasn't expecting it. Seattle trying to break. Mathers wide to Chenkum. Rankin overlapping. He gets it. Rankin to the byline. Blocked by Batista. Corner kick coming for Seattle.
A great block. I always think as a center back, when you go to ground, you have to be sure. But there, it wasn't so much to win the tackle, it was to get the block and prevent the ball from coming in. Some great pace from S2 on the transition as that ball's trying to be squared. Again, Batista, he gets the block in. Strong. And the referee just having a word, it was the afters. Batista having a word with his opposition.
Delaying the restart, an initiative for pro referees this season. Corner into the near post, Bjornathan heads it away. Mathers runs it down. He'll have another chance at a cross if he wants. He whips this one in. Again, it's Clark. Again, it's T2 at the near post. This time it's Clark. Big switch from Sari. Picks out Malice well. Barmby defending. And he draws a foul. Minimum 1 minute of stoppage time. We're almost through with that.
I don't know how much of a foul this was. Barmby's just telling him to calm down. Into Malice, he's going to get himself in the book for verbal dissent. Now he has calmed down, but whether it was a loss of balance, that's what he's complaining about from the referee, of Barmby rather than a foul.
Well, at least a talking to from Michael Radchuk.
Seattle Sounders on a good run of form right now. He'll be wondering, can I get into the team? As they kick on, similar fashion to what they did last year.
Now tied for first in the West. And that's it, an entertaining first 45 minutes at Providence Park. S2 doing their best to threaten Wade Hamilton. Jack Barmby and T2 doing their best to threaten Tyler Miller, but neither team, despite good chances and exciting soccer, able to get on the scoreboard. Well, we'll be back. We'll take a break. We'll be back for the second half. T2, S2, these two Cascadia rivals scoreless at halftime. Second half coming up from Providence Park. Both teams huddling up as we are under a minute away from kickoff. There's Seattle Sounders too. This is big for them. They're in a playoff race. 9 matches to go. They're 3 points from the red line. The other teams around them have games in hand on Seattle. They have a tough schedule to end the year, so they'll feel like they need to pick up 3 points today. For T2, a season that hasn't gone the way they wanted, but a chance with 10 matches left to start a run late, to feel good about the season. And no better way to do that than by beating a rival to start the stretch run. Felix Chenkum over the ball for Seattle. Michael Radchuk gets us underway the second half. Portland Timbers 2 and Seattle Sounders 2. Scoreless after the first 45. Both teams stay the same, no changes from the first half to the second. Bjornathan wins the header. Seattle presses. Mohammed goes back to Hamilton. Strong header from Nanasenko. He's whistled for a foul going over the back of Omar Mohammed. Big switch from Tuiloma. Picks out Horn still. Rather, it was Cicerone on the right side. Tuiloma, a big switch to Bjornathan. He's just pinging it right and left. Here comes Bjornathan, and he wins a corner. Early one coming in the second half for T2.
Good from Tuiloma, just sitting in that nice little pocket centrally, just spraying balls from right to left-hand side. Opens up the pitch completely when you can get a player like that sitting in and just spraying balls.
His third match for T2, Bill Tuiloma. Third since signing with the Timbers first team on July 26th. New Zealand international. Barmby's over the corner. He's looking for Bijev at the near post. Mathers read it, got it clear.
One of the foul, Mathers.
Chankum runs it down. Andrew Radchuk says advantage. Chankum coming all the way into the box. Cutting it back. He was trying to get it to Wingo. Batista was there. Williams was offside, coming back to challenge for the header. Here's Kuntz. Cicerone is tracking. Callum Malice. Chankum leaves for Mathers. Now Rankin. Back to Mathers. Nice turn in the box. Oh, Zach Mathers almost pulled it off. Batista at the last minute poking it out for a corner.
It was very nifty by Mathers. Just getting himself in the area. Allows the ball to go, but then he gets it back again. He's just trying a nice little spin move. It works initially, but Batista, he gets himself back in the big, long, ranging legs. Puts the ball out.
Mathers to the near post, goes all the way through, might end up with Malice. Good touch from Tuiloma. He's trying to start the break. Mohammed there as well, and Kuntz, the 15-year-old, sends it out for a throw.
Just needed that ball out in front of him. Tuiloma, he wanted to get off to the races.
Batista coming up strong. Mathers wanted a foul. Bijev looking for Barmby. Rogers lets it bounce. Oh, Barmby almost got there. Maybe miscommunication between Miller and Rogers. It's okay in the end for Seattle.
Didn't quite know who was going to do what, but Barmby was gambling. Just go back to that challenge from Batista. Yeah, a little bit of a throwaway from Mathers afterwards. I like that. I think that's all right. You wish more of that was allowed to play on, that you just allow the center back to come through and assert their authority.
Sorry. Warren still heads it back to Hamilton, composed from the right back. Clark trying to find Cicerone. It's Bjornathan maybe instead. It's out for a throw.
It was a good ball. Bjornathan, he shouldn't have let the ball drop. It was a 2v1 situation.
Cicerone. Ulysses the tackle. Cicerone threatening to come forward. Jack Barmby leaves for Bjornathan. Heavy pressure from Mathers. Dispossessed by Rankin. Here comes Mathers. He was trying to get it to Wingo. He put too much on that ball. Mathers again coming back. This time Barmby holds him off. Looks for Cicerone, and it's cut off by Nanasinka. Now Rankin, end to end. Running at Barmby. Rankin cuts past Barmby. Rankin's shot is blocked by Batista. Still not out of it. Malice from distance. Hamilton on the short hop. Has to play it safe, and it's a corner coming for Seattle.
Good pressure from S2. Just as Malice looks to get his touch out from him. It's a good strike. Hamilton, he doesn't want to have to try and handle. Doesn't want to have to deal with the ball the way it's bounced right in front of him. Picks a good option.
Mathers takes his time for this set piece. To the near post. That came off Bjornathan. Sorry slides in to win it. Now he whips it in. Batista the clearance, still not out of danger. Clark gets it to Muhammad. It's a good ball. Has Williams streaking down the left. Muhammad coming central. Williams not the first touch he wanted. And it's poked out for a throw. Ulysses the clearance.
Not bad from Tuiloma. You get the feeling you want to see more of him. Get him on the balls. Hasn't gone to a Timber player in the end, that last situation, but you ask questions of the back line. Force a good ball in there, see if they have a good clearance in them.
Bijev tried to draw a foul, he didn't get it. Schenkum battling with Clark. Mathers. Seattle breaks the pressure well. Rankin isolated with Bjornathan. Rankin cuts it back. Schenkum swung and missed. Might end up with Mathers in the end. It does, and he puts it wide. It took a deflection.
They're not
Another
happy.
corner for Seattle.
The defenders aren't happy for a T2. They didn't think it took a deflection. Bjornathan does well, though. Just make sure that the play is going wide, but from here, the defenders do enough. Mathers just trying to work his area. Didn't look like there was much of a deflection, if any at all, but you can see they got the angles right, that Mathers has nothing to hit. It's good positioning. Even though he gets a strike away, it's not going on for him.
Another corner kick for Mathers. It's Clark the clearance. Barmby takes it away. He gives it right back to Seattle. Didn't get as much on it as he wanted. Had a foul call. Handball maybe on Malice. We're sorry bringing it down. A little bit of a bailout. Bijev to Barmby, he turns well. And he draws a foul. It was Wingo. T2 again goes quick. Bijev wide to Cicerone. Cicerone. Bjornathan, first time cross. Didn't get through to Williams. Tuiloma. On the same page with Bijev.
I have to say, it's good speed of play. Good confidence from both sets of players.
And now it's Rankin again. Mathers wants it. Mathers gets it. He goes down. No call. It's a goal kick. Clark was there the whole time.
As the ball goes in, looked like it coming together. Does Clark get a touch of the ball? Maybe enough. Shoulder to shoulder, fair enough.
There's Renico Clark, 21-year-old. Signed to the first team for the first time this year after 2 seasons with T2. Shankham does well to hold off Mohammed. And Tuiloma called for the foul. And he's going to go into the book. It's 3 matches. It's 3 yellow cards for Bill Tuiloma and T2.
But did look a clean tackle. Hard tackle, but fair. Just as the ball comes in. Ball bounced around initially as well, but that's a fair tackle. Wingo goes in to get a touch, but Tuiloma strong as he comes in, gets a bit of the player, gets a bit of the ball. It's clean.
Michael Radchik saw it differently. Tuiloma looks like he may have picked up a knock on his wrist or his hand. And now Mathers to serve. Floating it to the back post. Ends up with Malice. It was a little bit of a pick play. Malice floats it back in. Batista heads it out of the 18. Malice again. Down the line for Wingo. Oh, Wingo around Cicerone. Now to Mathers. Batista takes out Wingo. And another set piece coming for Seattle. And another Timbers 2 player in the book.
Well, this rush from Batista is out of control. Wingo does very well. Good little bit of skill. Little nutmeg as he goes on, then he puts his injection of pace, and Batista comes steaming in. Whether it's a loss of footing from him, but it's a little bit lack of control. It's deserving of the booking.
Mathers over it. Whipped it in. Great ball, great goal. Sounders 2 opens up the scoring. And it's the young one, Sam Rogers. And they replicate a classic celebration here at Providence Park. The Seattle-Portland rivalry of old.
What a ball this is. Mathers puts in. He is just hitting this with as much pace and at a height that hopefully one of his teammates will come steaming in and get something on the end of it. And does Rogers get a nice little bit of contact in the positioning, but there's enough pace on the ball. He just has to make sure that he steers it correctly, the ball coming in, and he does that. And he's off with his teammates just to complete everything with a celebration, having an extra dig at the Timbers.
Where's Nate Jakwa, Roger Levesque when you need him, huh? All right, game on, rivalry on, I think. Maybe that'll stoke it a little bit.
Just seen Andrew Gregor down in the technical area. Quite clearly you can hear him from here saying you need to organize. Won't be happy that you got your big, tall center backs, that ball coming in. They're not putting their head on the end of it.
Shankham takes it away, but he fouls Tuiloma in the process.
Didn't think it was much of a foul.
Warren still into Cicerone, trying to turn on Rogers, who pokes it away. Warren still. Wingo did well to keep that from going out for a corner. Warren still has it. Gets it to Cicerone. Back to Barmby. Tuiloma headed away. And this just stays on the wrong side of the corner flag for T2. It'll be a deep throw. Malice can't keep it in play. And Seattle will make the first substitution of this match. Irvin Parra will come on, and Charles Rankin will come off. Rankin, the former Timber, threatens, unable to get on the score sheet in his return to Providence Park. Irvin Parra, 6 goals, 5 assists this season. Second in scoring, and top assist man for Seattle Sounders 2 this year. Scored 2 against T2 on May 5th. Here's Bijev. Bjornathan around Parra. Now Mohammed around Parra. Mohammed into the box. Tuiloma from distance. He struck it well, but it's wide. It did take a deflection. There'll be a corner for T2.
It's thunderous. What a blast that was from Tuiloma.
Barmby wants to go quick. He whips it in. Tuiloma! What a response from T2! It's 1-1.
What a goal, what a ball. As the recipient celebrates with the receiver, that ball going up, and Tuiloma, he rises so well, but he knows what he's doing. Look how he just glances this ball on. He's up well, and he knows the direction he wants to get on that ball. And that is inch perfect. Going right off the side of the post into the back of the net. And from there right over the sponsorship boards to celebrate with the fans, and so we should. Great goal.
First goal for Bill Tuiloma in Portland as a member of the Timbers organization. And T2 going for another. Well, that Seattle goal really woke this game up. That goal, the celebration, that's what this game needed. That's big for T2 as well. I think it's fair to say they've struggled this season responding to adversity. When they concede a goal, it can kind of snowball quickly for them. That was big. Cicerone, Williams with Miller off his line. Miller makes the save. He got back in time to at least cover that near post. But another corner coming for T2, who want more.
Well, they got a bit between their teeth now. Decent ball in, and Miller, he's in no man's land, and Augustine Williams, he's just trying to steer it towards near stick. Not enough power on the flighted ball, though, for him to really get a lot behind it.
Barmby again. Bijev at the near post. Parra heads it out. And another corner coming from Jack Barmby. This one deeper. It was Clark. And it's a goal kick. It came off Clark last.
Well, it looked like though it came off an S2 player. It's a good ball in again from Barmby. He allows players to go up and win it. Again, it looked like a deflection. It looked like it should have been another corner kick.
Andrew Radchuk has come over to have a discussion with Andrew Gregor, or Michael Radchuk, excuse me, the referee, has come over to have a discussion with Andrew Gregor, T2's head coach. Both parties satisfied. Game's back on. Nana Sinkum, Ulysses, Schenkum got up, not quite high enough. Williams coming back to poke it away. Sorry, I think had eyes to pull the trigger. Barmby is chasing, and he forces a poor ball from Nanasinkum. Now Williams kicking out, and that's a foul. I don't know if it was that celebration from Rogers and Mathers after the goal, but certainly the intensity, the bite has kicked up a notch, huh?
Really did, and even before the goal, as Timbers had the corner kick, you could see Jack Barmby sprinting to take it. And it's not as though that the time is ticking away, that it's almost 90th minute. But the urgency in the Timbers 2 play after they conceded, it went up another level.
Here's Kuntz. Blocked by Cicerone. Big switch from Rogers. He mishit it. Ulissi has to come back to collect. He tried to draw a foul. He didn't get it. Mohammed around Mathers wins a throw.
It's nice on the ball, Mohammed. He's confident and shifty. He's able to draw in defenders knowing that he's got the skill in him to get away.
He's 21 years old. Omar Mohammed making his 9th start. There's certainly a foul on Ulissi taking down Jack Barmby. It seemed like Barmby fire-lit him after that goal.
Yeah.
He's getting feisty with Irvin Parra. I can say Barmby has a right to the ball. It's a Timbers restart. Barmby whistled for a foul, sliding in on Ulissi. Rogers coming forward. Wingo, dangerous on the left, running at Ornstill. Good ball in. Batista's clearance only as far as Chenkum. Here's Parra, leaves for Mathers. Good cutback for Mathers, but he hits it wide.
What's an opportunity? This is one that I think Batista needs to clear with his right foot, get it up and away. Instead, he does get a foot on it, but he should be shifting his right peg across it. You clear it, get it out of danger. Instead, it sticks around, and Mathers, he does well just to work his area, but there's enough of Tuilima in the way that that ball is steering wide.
Williams almost got to it. Rogers, good defending in the end. That's good skill from Wingo, but Clark read it.
Wingo, it looks like he can do something.
He does. Dangerous.
He's got a mind for it. He's got the pace to go with it.
21-year-old homegrown, signed to the first team. He's played 9 matches there, 6 down here with Sounders 2. Now, this is his 6th. Yet to score for either side, has 1 assist with Sounders 2. He's from Washington, went to the University of Washington, played 3 years there. before signing in the offseason with the Sounders. Here's William Bijev. He has time for a cross, and he mishits it badly.
That's a letdown. It's a big letdown because he didn't have any pressure coming on him. Malice, he laid off enough that Bijev could pick up his head. He was waiting for a run. Well done. Feel as though it's going the Timbers' way right now. They've got the momentum, they've scored the last goal, they've got the better of the ball. That's what they do with it now, though.
Barmby mishit it, trying to get it over to Mohammed. That looked dangerous from Manasinkum. It was pretty safe in the end.
Tell you, the referee has done a decent job to let things go. At times, I would say, at the next level, you want to see referees do the same, let a few more tackles go in.
Here's Wingo, isolated with Ornstill. Cuts inside, Wingo! Well, speak of the devil, we were just talking him up, and he has put Seattle back on top with the first goal of his S2 career.
Well, he looks a confident player. He's got such a great skill set, and just as he gets the ball out wide, he's always looking to find out where his area is. He's always looking to create on his own, and just as he gets the defenders going, backpedaling, he shifts it to the side, sees where the space is, and as soon as it opens up, he takes it on, and he gets the strike away, and he curls it nicely into that back stanchion. It's a good goal.
First goal of his professional career for Henry Wingo. T2, they were energized by the first goal, responded immediately within a few minutes. See what they have for this next one. Williams wanted the foul, he didn't get it.
That's what Wingo has. You have such pace that defenders will tend to sit off you. And with the defenders sitting off him, that's where he's allowed to shift the ball in, whereas you need to be brave, you need to be tight on. That's the last thing you allow, is for the attacker to come inside. Force him down the sideline, force him to the end line. Now for us to will be about controlling the ball, just to make sure that they look after things.
Still plenty of time for T2. Wingo again. Big switch. Ulissi. Ulissi in! Chankum will want it back. A good ball and a good chance for S2.
Great ball. It all came from Wingo, who sprayed the ball out wide. Great ball into Ulissi. Picks his head up and he sees the run at Chankum, and this should be a goal. Puts it right on a plate for him. Chankum, he's trying to do too much in the way of directing the ball. He just needs to get over the top of it. Good from Bijev.
Cicerone turns around Kuntz and then cuts inside, chopped down by Rogers. Rogers will go into the book, and a set piece coming for T2.
It's good from Cicerone. Just trying to get himself 1v1. Shakes off one challenge and decides to dip inside. Rogers, he leaves a leg in. But you got the opportunity now. That Batista, Clark should be thinking, get the ball to me. Just give me a chance to go and win it.
First yellow card of Sam Rogers' season.
If you got a specialist, the delivery from Barmby, that's where you get excited if you're a big man coming up, because you know there's very few balls that are wasted.
Yeah, pretty much everybody in as Orn still comes up. A lot of bodies in the box, a lot of height for Barmby to pick out. Can T2 take advantage? Barmby to the near post, and it's cleared high into the crowd.
What a clearance this is. Looked as though it was Para who got the clearance in. So that's such a difficult ball to deal with. Barmby, he's just whipped it in. It just needs a touch. You can see a good, strong clearance. It needed to be.
Here comes the corner. Again to the near post. Again, it's headed clear. It was Para getting his head to it this time. And Wingo just hits it to safety.
It's been a good game. Been entertaining.
Seattle will make their second sub. It'll be Guy Adoa coming on for Felix Chankum. Pair of Rainbow FC products in Cameroon, swapping in and out for each other. Looks like Para will move up top. Adoa going on the right wing. Here's Barmby. Big ball into the box. Williams heads it across. Bijev trying to turn. That would have been difficult. Barmby steps up to win it. He wants a foul. He doesn't get it. Look at the upcoming schedule for T2. Couple games on the road. A trip to Texas to play San Antonio FC and Rio Grande Valley. And then back home here at Providence Park September 3rd against Tulsa Roughnecks. 2 p.m. starts on a Sunday for T2, their next home match. S2 will be home at Starfire on the 30th. They have a bit of a break, almost 2 weeks before their next match, when they host Tulsa, who's coming out for a Pacific Northwest swing. Foul there. Called against Orn still. And now Sounders 2 will have a chance to put in a threatening ball. They're going to take their time, as you'd expect, up a goal. Whipped into the near post off the head of Bjornathan to a dangerous spot, though. It bounces in the area, and Hamilton's able to pounce. Barmby wanted T2 to go quick. Now he gets that service that he wanted from Hamilton, but it's too far from the T2 keeper.
See with Adoa coming on, he's just going to be playing on the right-hand side. Still in that 3 with Para in the middle. Now Wingo coming off.
So that's a substitution for Seattle, their final one. Lorenzo Ramos comes on, a utility player of sorts. He started at 6 different positions for S2 this season. The goal scorer, Henry Wingo, as it stands, the go-ahead goal, first of his career.
What a goal it was. Cutting inside, defenders lay off him, and he decides just to take it on, and he curls it nicely.
T2 also making a sub as they bring off a defender for an attacking player. Bjornathan comes out. And the youngster, Gio Calixtro, comes on. So Andrew Greger goes to 3 in the back as he goes for an equalizer. Idoa's cross headed away by Clark. Here's Barmby. Hornstill to the feet of Calixtro. The 17-year-old has already scored a late equalizer once this season. He did it at Reno. Miller off his line, strong to catch. There's going to be some room here in the end. Here's Idoa. Batista steps up, gets run over by Guy Idoa, who will be shown a yellow card.
It was reckless from Idoa. Heavy touch from him. Seen a difference in Batista tonight, just in terms of his aggressiveness. Not minding sticking himself into a tackle, understanding when to go in for the tackle as well. There's your heavy touch. Rather obvious in this situation. I thought that from earlier on in the season, Batista looked so good on the ball that he needs a bit of crunch in him.
He hasn't played in a month and a half, Lamar Batista. Again, since that red card against Orange County on the 1st of July. Here's Tuiloma. Just couldn't get it over the head of Nana Sinkum. He's trying to find Barmby.
Well, he's making the runs, Barmby. He's just popping up everywhere, doing what he can.
Irvin Parra is down on the turf. C2 is going to keep playing, at least for now.
It's a strange one, because if it's a head knock, the referee should be blowing the whistle.
He hasn't, and the ball's sent in over Williams's head. Idoa heads it on. Parra's back to his feet. Tuiloma, big switch, trying to find Cicerone, picks him out well in the corner. Cicerone one-on-one with Kuntz. Back to Orange still. Miss hits the cross. Well, stayed in play. Bijev back to Mohammed. Now Mohammed slipped. Now here comes S2. Idoa. They don't have numbers. He does well to pick out Parra. Parra tries it from distance, and it's handled by Hamilton.
Will be the way that S2 will get the chances on the break now in transition, as T2 will continue to look to press and find the equalizer.
Cicerone, big switch. Idoa got his head to it, kept it from Mohammed. Mohammed smartly lets it run out for a corner.
And again, Barmby just sprinting towards it.
Barmby's service in. Batista got his head to it. Mathers was there as well, and another corner coming. Second corner from Barmby. Oh, good chance. It was Tuiloma again. Already has one off a corner. He's got some battle scars there.
He's just missed the near post. Good ball in again from Barmby, and Tuiloma, he beats his defender. But you can see there's a man on the post. Well positioned, it was never gonna get by that man.
That'll be it for Bill Tuiloma, who comes out of the match. Shaquille Jimenez comes on. Bill Tuiloma gets the first goal of his Timbers or T2 career. T2's lone goal tonight, and the fresh legs of Jimenez on as T2 has shifted really to a 3-5-2, it looks like, with Mohamed and now Jimenez acting as wing backs. Idoa gets it back. Batista at the last minute slides. It's out for a corner. Orange still may be playing a little more advanced, actually. We'll see what the formation looks like now with Jimenez coming out.
Yeah, Orange still just
T2.
sitting in the middle of the park. Cicerone more that right-sided wing back, if you call it.
S2 just keeping it at the corner. Calixto did really well to take that away from Para. T2 gets a handball. They want to go quick. Jimenez has room on the right. Bijev instead goes to the left. Calixto wasn't looking for it. Nice feet there from Batista.
Great feet. Great composure.
Barnby wants the ball forward. Orange still picks out Williams. And a foul called back on Para. So Michael Radchuk, the referee, let T2 play advantage, and when it didn't materialize, brings it back. Orange still into the corner for Barnby. Barnby whips it in. Miller off his line to punch. Idoa to Para into space for Mathers. Batista trying to recover. He's able to, might end up with Para. Clark comes over to get there. Sorry, into space. Ulysses onside. Ulysses looking for Para, and a throw coming for S2. T2 has to go quick. A lot of urgency for them down a goal. Seattle drops everybody.
Need something. Need to go forward at some point. The two center backs just stroking it between each other. You can see Jimenez, who's receiving the ball now, just how high up he's pressing.
Jimenez cuts inside. Looking for someone.
There's so many bodies, essentially.
Back to Batista, now Barnby. Barnby floats it in. Miller off his line. Strong hands from the keeper. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Minimum 3 minutes left for T2 to try to find an equalizer. Two S2 players are down. We're playing on. Barnby floating it towards Bijev. Ends up with him, he brings it down well. Now William Bijev. Gio Calixto poked away. Mathers just chipping it out.
Anywhere will do.
Barnby trying to get on the end of it. Barmby sending it in. No, it was dangerous. It was Cicerone.
It was a
in traffic.
Big chance for the equalizer. This little shift from Barmby, doesn't even need to look. He knows where he wants the ball to go. And it's just come off the surface a bit too quick for Cicerone. That bounce, and he just can't get over top of it.
Still about a minute and a half left.
Oh, it's launching everybody now. Batista's gone forward.
Big ball from Clark. Idoa header. Barmby. Bijev turns. Into the corner for Jimenez. Jimenez floats it. Oh, it's headed down by Ornstill. Batista there in front of Miller. Still not out of danger. Williams brings it down, floats it back in. Seattle finally able to get it high into the air. And Parra brought it down well into space for Idoa in a foot race with Clark, who can go back to Hamilton. Maybe one more chance to go forward. Batista flicking it on. Ulissi heads it away. T2 needs to go quick. Barmby. Service in. Bijev's header is right at Miller.
It's always going to be difficult. Try and beat Miller from that distance with a header. Decent ball in, though, from Barmby on his weaker foot. We have one more thrust forward.
Will there be time for one more? Hamilton bombs it forward. Cicerone flicks it on. Malice the clearance. We're still playing. Mathers to Sari. Sari is just going to sprint to the corner. And that is it. Seattle Sounders 2 comes down to Providence Park and get 3 big points in the playoff race, while a frustrating 2017 season continues for T2.
It's an enjoyable game, and you can understand the frustration for T2 because they played well, performed well, but I think it's the same old theme that they haven't been able to consistently score goals, but everything else has been good. But the difference was this man tonight. What a goal he took to have the winner. Wingo coming off the wing and taking it nicely, but good all-around play from both teams, and T2 were certainly deserved of a point.